Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started.
So did you get your Switch 2 pre-order? Did you wait in line, or did you hop on the internet at midnight and try to secure your Switch 2? A lot of you may not have, and the good news is I was able to get my Switch 2. I was able to pre-order the Mario Kart bundle despite the line and despite the fact that when you hop in a line with a bunch of Nintendo nerds, and this has always been the case, like even back in the day during the Wii and the Wii U stuff, they have a certain pungent smell. Like it's hard to explain, but I'm sure if you know, you know. But I stood in line. I was able to secure the Mario Kart bundle because I am a crazy, stupid consumer that doesn't know no better, when the fact is I know better, but I just got one anyways. But you'd be a little bit shocked to know that, well, they're sold out everywhere. Sold out everywhere. Despite the online campaign, it's like, hey, don't buy the Switch 2. Don't do it. $80 games, such and such, such and such. You know, I'm not going to justify any of it, because here I am. I'm being quite hypocritical whenever I say, hey, don't buy the $80 game. But there is a reason why I did buy the Mario Kart bundle, is because, well, you get Mario Kart for $50, which begs the question, why is it 80? I don't know. It's stupid. It's greedy. But here I am, one of those guys that's a part of the problem. But we're not really here to really talk about the Switch 2. And if you was able to get your pre-order, congratulations. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you wasn't, I'm sure there's going to be more coming. Just hang in there. But I did want to talk about something that's been going on that I seen on X that for some odd reason really bugged me a lot. Now, I talk about PlayStation fanboys a lot. There's a reason why I do that. Now, I see the Xbox fanboys, and yes, they are some toxic ones, and I actually call them out on X when I see them. But whenever I hop on X, or if I hop on NeoGAF or any of them, the most outspoken, the ones with the loudest microphones, are usually the most insecure people on the planet when it comes to talking about video games. Now, these people are not gamers. Let's go ahead and just say that. They're not actually gamers. They're just insecure weirdos that has this weird fetish for basically worshiping a company that doesn't know anything about them, that doesn't know they exist, that wouldn't care to piss on their body if they was on fire, but yet they will take the money from your pocket because you have blind loyalists. Now, like I said, there's Nintendo ones, Harmon Smith being one. Then you have the Xbox guys. I forget, what was his name? I forget his name. Some fucking weirdo, okay? Doesn't really matter. You have the PlayStation guys, and I'm saying this a lot because that's the vast majority of them. Yes, they have the most player base, and yes, they're still hooked on console wars in 2025. And again, I have to go ahead and reiterate here. These aren't 10, 20 teenagers or anything fighting about their plastic boxes. These are grown-ass men, 30, 40, 50, and 60-year-old men. This is almost as bad as the anti-woke crowd, where you have guys like Grumps that are fighting over video games. Now, I actually like some of the stuff that Grumps says, and I'm actually one of those guys I would consider myself anti-woke, but I'm not going to call every game that comes out woke, because that's not how it is, and I'm not going to paint that precedent because, again, that's fucking stupid. But I want to show you guys this real quick. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this now. I don't want anybody to go after this guy. I'm going to blur his name out, one, because I don't think this guy, I think he's got some problems. I genuinely think he has some problems. I think the only reason why anybody should be basically lashing out like this is because maybe they have some problems. Maybe they need help. Maybe they have something going on in their lives other than, video games. Now, if it's just the case that it is the video games that is causing you to outlash about this shit or crash out, I beg to question why. But we take a look right here, and like I said, I brought this in Photoshop. I blurred out the name, but here we go. If you mean anything other than a PS5, you're an idiot, and I hate your fucking guts. That's it. That's the tweet. I don't. Why is this so personal? One, I don't know how this is a personal thing. I'm just kind of wondering What has other consoles or video games done to you to make you feel this way? Nothing. This is insecurity. This is somebody that probably has sexual tension so high that you can cut it with a fucking spork. I hate to say that. But I don't know why we're so insecure about it. Now, this isn't the only time you see this shit. There's been all these narratives. It's like, if you subscribe to Game Pass, you can't own your games. And, I mean, you go right here, you can see this shit. Generally speaking, on the average Xbox users, yes, most users don't buy the games. Oh, so you can play God of War in the last episode on Xbox. You want a console that you can play everything. It's a PC, blah, blah, not a console. I'm sure here you go. It's just you, buddy. Let's go ahead and see what he's replying to. This is the guy, Risk It Steve. This is the guy that I was talking about. Like, fuck this guy. Like, really, for real. Fuck this guy. I don't understand why it has to be like this. And this guy too. It's just you, buddy. Well, and all the Xbox shills and fanboys that refuse to understand that Xbox is dead. I don't know how it's dead when it's still alive. But then again, this has been the same talking point for, I don't know, ever since the Xbox came out originally. Yes, I was a part of the original console wars. And I didn't even know it was still going on until I hopped on Next and realized there's a bunch of fucking retards that are going through a midlife crisis fighting over plastic boxes. I don't understand the loyalty. It's really wild to me. Really wild to me. And when you call that out, they automatically are like, you're an X-bot. You're an X-bot. But it's still, it's weird it gets to this. Why does it get to this? I don't get it. I mean, not only that, but you see guys like Reforge Gaming talking down to their audience that likes Xbox. And one of the things they say, you should sell your Xbox. And this is the same thing with Musclebound Gaming. Sell your Xbox, buy a PlayStation. These guys aren't gamers, they're fucking salesmen. That's all it is. That's all it is. And this is mental illness. This isn't a real person. This can't be a real person. There's no way this could be a fucking real person. How does this person exist? I don't get it. And yes, my voice is hoarse. It's fucking terrible. And I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to tackle this. But here we are. Here we are. We're talking about, if you mean anything other than the PS5, you're an idiot. And I hate your fucking guts. That's it. And this isn't the only case of this shit. Like I said, you can go on X and NeoGAF and System Wars, Icon Error, all these different sites that host these toxic fanboys that for some odd reason has this big hate boner for Xbox. For some odd reason, they hate Xbox so much, but they can't help but talk about Xbox all day long, every day. Xbox has basically become the brand that they love, but secretly, they want to talk about them nonstop. They don't want to talk about the issues with PlayStation or Nintendo. But yeah, I mean, you still got the guys like Tripster that's like, oh, the Nintendo Switch, blah, 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 is a PS4, blah, 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 graphics, while still not understanding why people buy Nintendo games to begin with. You know, right? I hope you know. These people surely don't. But how can this be anything but mental illness? It has to be. Why would you be lashing out? Why would this be so personal? I would understand if an Xbox guy, a Nintendo guy, a PC guy, and a fucking, I don't know, Amigo guy comes to your house, sees your dog, pisses and shits on your dog, runs over the dog with a Zambini, then comes back, puts a little Xbox, Nintendo, or PC flag, pisses again on the dog, sets it on fire, then looks at you and says, Xbox better, Nintendo better. That's the only way it makes sense to me. It shouldn't be that personal. Your dog didn't get killed by one of these guys. And if I understand, I'd be like, okay, I understand. That's fine. You can lash out and say this. But it's not really that. It's not really that at all. That didn't happen. This is blind loyalty, toxicity that should not exist in the gaming industry. But here we are. This is something we're dealing with. All because people are so insecure about the plastic box they play on, or they see other people having fun and enjoying having options, they have to lash out and say, hey, my box is better than yours, all the other boxes should die because for some odd reason they want a fucking monopoly, then whenever Xbox decides to not, completely focus on hardware, it's Xbox is dead and we have no more competition. This is the future that you wanted. You asked for this. So whenever PlayStation, Nintendo are like, we're going to raise the prices to $90, $100, $120, $120. We're going to give you more remasters. We're going to give you more shit that you don't need. We're going to be super anti-consumer. This is it. This is the future you asked for. Ever since the inception of Xbox. Now, like I said, this happened before. I'm old enough to know. I was around for the Nintendo, NES, the Sega, the N64, the GameCube, the PlayStation 2. I was there for this shit. I seen this before, but never this bad. Then again, we didn't really have the internet to the point we have it now where we can walk around. All we had at the time was, I don't know, we have a note in the schoolyard where we're like, no, my Sega's better than your SNES, blah, blah, blah. It's pointless. It's pointless. I don't understand why you should be so concerned about how people have fun. I don't get it. And like I said, if one of those guys came and killed your dog, I completely understand. Lash out. But this isn't it. This is mental illness. That's all it is. And, you have this narrative that Xbox gamers don't buy games. And the fact is, if I was to show my receipts, like, I buy games, buddy. They act like if you subscribe to Game Pass, you can't buy your own games, which you can. They're like, oh, you rent games. Well, buddy, you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus or Nintendo Expansion Pass or Ubisoft Plus or EA Plus or whatever the fuck they want to call it. You're renting games. Doesn't matter if you want to or not. If you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus, you need to go ahead and unsubscribe. That way you don't get tempted to rent the fucking game. I don't understand this. It's fucking dumb. I just kind of want to talk about it because I seen that and I'm like, why are we this way? And if it's the Xbox guys or the Nintendo guys and PlayStation guys, PC guys, here's the thing. You should fuck off. Fuck straight off. Just fuck straight off. Log off. Don't play games because you're not here for gaming. You're here to talk shit and be toxic. Doesn't matter what it is. That's what you want. You want to be toxic. You want to be an asshole. And you want to be insecure. And there's a lot of them. A lot of these fucking dweebs. A lot of them. And they'll attack you for the most simple things. Like I said, they'll dox you, death threats, wish death on you, all that shit, and call you poor if you don't buy games or subscribe to a service to enjoy a product. Which, by the way, the whole thing that gaming is a luxury product is kind of disingenuous to begin with. Gaming's for everybody, last time I checked. It shouldn't be pigeonholed to whales. Everybody should be able to enjoy games the way they want. So if they're subscribed to a service like Games Pass or PlayStation Plus or Nintendo Expansion Pass to get more bang for the buck, I don't see the fucking problem with that. It's only insecure retards that their moms still buy their games or they still live at home or, they're disabled and getting checks from the government. That's the only thing it would make sense to me. Because if you're out there calling somebody broke because they just choose to get on these services, you better have a fucking fully paid off home. You better have 3 Bugattis. Your wife's tits should be made from silicon straight from the planet Neptune. And you must be packing. You have to have that big dick energy to do that. In other words, you have to be Andrew Tate minus the rapey shit. That's how I see it. If you're out there being toxic because people want to be able to afford a hobby, or if you're the retard over at Refarge Gaming that's talking down to their audience, the audience that he's, getting support from while asking for donation and membership goals, calling them broke because they want pro-consumer choices. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. And these people are frauds. They're tabloids. They're brand loyalists, cheerleaders that are so insecure, again, about another brand, but they have to lash out when they see people having fun on another system or brand. But we're going to go ahead and end off there. I just want to show you guys this. It's going to be a short video. This week coming up, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Switch 2 stuff. Hopefully I can get a better schedule coming forward with some of the games that's coming out. But until then, hit that subscribe button. See you soon.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt, suck my dick.